There was a point in my life where I developed a belief. There's really no separation between what's going on in my physical well-being and what's going on in my mental, psychological, social, financial, in every other bucket of my life. I cannot accept a day in my life where I am not physically moving in some sort of intentional way. Some days it's yoga at lunch. Some days it's treading water in the afternoon. Some days it's trail running in the morning. I can see every part of my well-being kind of dwindles when I'm not moving around. We got a phone call last year from an engineer in Munich who is I'm just going to say he's a leader within the self-driving division for BMW. We've done some research and we really like your method. And I said, well, what do we want to work on, right? Because we don't just do training. I explained this to these German engineers, and these guys are really smart. He's like, okay, I'm going to come back to you. They come back. It may have been a day later. And he says, we got it. Here's the headline. Here's the title. Here's the first slide of why you're coming out. We're coming out here so that we can elevate our conversational operating system to tap into our highest collective intelligence. And I said, that is a much better first question. How do we upgrade our conversations to tap our collective? And that literally, a contract is, I'm coming out there to help to introduce a method for them to up-level the conversations they have to dramatically increase their collective intelligence. There's an interesting saying in our facilitator community that we teach our facilitators is, we talk about something called the speed of patience. On a machine, if I push pause, it stops working. On a human being, when I push pause, that's when the best work starts working. For me, when I drive home today, before I walk into the house, and maybe I'm using my commute, but sometimes I need to literally sit in the car in the driveway and say to myself, and start with myself and say, hey, what questions do I need to ask of myself to be in the best possible state when I walk in the room?